Welcome to Caroline and Rashi, friends.
Yes, we are so excited that you are here.
Yay.
And you know what? I didn't bring my phone, but I sent you a message because Daniel sent me a message that he had clicked on a Microsoft News article or something and then popped up Caroline and Rashi.
Yes, was it just our whole episode or what?
I have
what
no
were we
idea.
talking about?
I don't know. I haven't asked. I haven't talked to him, but
now I feel like I need to go find that
I know
article.
So thank you guys for watching us.
Making us popular.
It makes us feel
Yay.
so good because we actually really love doing this show.
Yeah, we really do.
So today, I think that I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say?
I got highlights today.
You look so good.
It feels weird. It's like my summer look, but I'm gonna get used to them.
It looks so good.
But yes, so.
It looks very good. I have had 2 Zoas today.
What's a Zoa?
Already. A Zoa. I should have brought it here. It is Dwayne The Rock Johnson's energy drink.
Whoa!
And, you know, sometimes you have like what feels like a full day before work.
Yeah.
I feel like I've already had a full day, so I'm just kind of pacing myself with these energy drinks because I don't know about you guys, but coffee does not work anymore.
Wow, that's crazy to me that it doesn't work. Have you tried the cold brew at Starbucks?
Yes, I have.
Does that
the
work
nitro
or no?
cold brew. It does, but then I crash really hard.
Really?
So you know how we have to, we have to be up and ready at 9 p.m. too.
Yeah,
9:30
and that's the thing. Whenever everybody, you might be up that late on your couch,
right?
But for people who work like in our fields or in a medical field, when I know like a lot of nurses are working late,
right?
You have to be on alert and not groggy, and just think about 10 o'clock at night. What might you be doing? Probably like chilling on your couch, right? But we're like, that's our most important time of the night is 9 o'clock for you and 10 o'clock for me. So it's like a weird switch that you have to
really, it's a marathon because you need to just be very cognizant of how much coffee or caffeine or whatever your intake is throughout the day.
I know, I was worried last night because I drank a Diet Coke kind of late. But I just felt like I needed it because I started to get tired and I was luckily okay. I slept and fell asleep fine. But sometimes that has really done me wrong.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'm up late and yeah, you got to watch that.
But I always think about, and I feel for doctors and nurses who are
overnight
saving lives.
I know. At least we're not saving lives.
No, I mean, these surgeons and it's just
like ER doctors, really bad stuff happens when it's dark outside, right? And so all these ER doctors and just people were like, they have to be so alert. It's so weird. I mean, it is. But also on the flip, like during morning news, we were waking up in the middle of the night and at 5 a.m., you're 4 a.m. It's different than like when you're live on air that early in the morning, it's different than waking up at that time, right? It's just weird, but you get used to it. I guess.
Yes.
You
did mornings for how long?
Just 2 years.
But still, I did it for 7, and it's just, a grind because everything is exponentially more annoying. Yeah. Every noise, everything. To me, it was at least. But
you feel very lonely going to work in those hours. I feel like because no one's up, everyone's asleep. It's dark. It's a very weird feel.
Yes, and the 24-hour Starbucks that we have here in Houston, near the Galleria area, closes between 2:30 and 3 to like refill their trash cans or refill all their stuff. So that would be the time that I need the coffee.
I know.
But they wouldn't have it.
I know.
Anyway, so let's talk about Sofia.
Yes, we're talking about Sofia Vergara today because, for one, I just think she is one of the most beautiful people ever.
She is.
I just love her. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. There's not even like I'm a Modern Family fan, right? But I just am a fan of her.
Because also I would say is she's so authentic. She just like says what's on her mind.
Yeah.
She talks about her Colombian family.
And I love seeing her in the role Griselda on Netflix because it was for me, experiencing her work, it was a very different role. And they put that fake nose on and I was like, OMG, is that really her? But anyway, she is 51 years old. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. She's 51, and she revealed that she's pro-plastic surgery and doing beauty treatments, noting, I feel like you have to take advantage of everything that is out there. Again, she's 51, and she says that she is just open to doing whatever she feels like doing as far as plastic surgery goes when the time is right for her. She also explained how she doesn't do fillers because at her age she feels like she doesn't get the benefit from filler, but she's open to other things, and it's tough for her to go under the knife for some full surgery right now because she is a working actor and she doesn't have all that much downtime. So in this article in Allure, she was going through, how she keeps herself looking like Sofia Vergara, and it's so amazing, and it's just shocking. I also saw another picture today, which I wish I would have included it in here, but I didn't think about it until just now, of Vera Wang, who's in her 70s, and she looks like she's in her 20s. Yeah, I mean, her skin, everything is just beautiful. And so I know Rashi and I are pretty open about already doing things to fight the aging, the natural aging process. Yeah, we are anti-aging. Just yesterday I was in red light therapy because it's like a bed that shines red light all over you. It's really popular in Miami. We've talked about it.
Yes.
People sit under the red lights or work out in red light rooms because it fights aging. It's good for your skin. So I love that she's open about it.
Yes, I think that it's so important. And the downside of it is it continues to create the culture of feeling better by being that way. Just recently, I think I was showing you pictures of what the Kardashians look like before everything.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if they just still look like that. We wouldn't be so hard on ourselves, I don't think.
I know, and then it just kind of, a thought in my mind is like, oh, well, if you have $30,000, imagine what you could look like. Like, that's a horrible thought. Who thinks that?
I mean, it's just this, and now my perspective has changed just because I see what I do reflects my children are seeing too. So, for instance, Liana one time asked, like, why do you always eat salads?
Yeah.
And it's like, why do I always eat salads? And, I can have a burger with you guys. Don't restrict yourself. But if they were to see that mommy got surgery or this and that, and it's to make me feel good, well, the reason I'm making myself feel good possibly is because I'm comparing myself to other people who have gotten the surgeries, right?
Well, no, I think that you care about your appearance and what you look like on air and how you carry yourself as a person. And I think that you care about respect and looking professional. And I think you have a high standard for yourself. You know what I mean?
Those are all, yes, those are all very valid. I just,
because I know you as a person.
Right.
And me, I think that that's a common ground that we share. Like, we care about our health, wellness, and mindset. But I think you and I both would stop at a certain point, like a very reasonable point, and not go the distance that we're seeing these other people go to. And we just like discussing it because it's like, yo, this is what these people are doing.
Yes. And my point to that was also the extreme, like what Kourtney or the Kardashians are doing.
Yeah.
That's,
I agree.
That is
what I think about too is, you have kids, and let's say you all of a sudden want to get a snatched waist, like we talked about with Kim Kardashian a couple episodes ago. Remember when she was at the Met Gala and she had no waist?
Right.
Let's say you wanted to go do that, and then you wanted to do some other crazy things. You have to get put under and on a breathing tube to do that.
Right.
That's a risk and a danger. And it's, you have kids and a family. It's what?
Like, why would you do that? That's a whole nother thing. But then there's a deeper rooted issue for that too, because why would I want my waist like that? When,
I know, right?
There's times where it's like, I think I need to lose this amount of weight. And that's my just dysmorphia to where reality, you're like, Rashi, you look fine. Like,
1,000%. Yeah.
So it's
like when you were like, oh, my face, I'm like, your face is not puffy.
But you
start thinking
saying.
that.
Yes.
I had a weekend of bad eating and I've been like beating myself up about it, but I'm like,
so it's just
who cares?
This healthy, unhealthy, trying to do this balance thing. And I think one of the things that I get done, Caroline too, is the Botox to alleviate the lines. If you have lines,
and
fine.
Did you know when you're younger, like around our ages, and we work out a lot, you metabolize it faster, so you actually need to go get it more.
Right.
It's like, what the heck?
I know.
But like that's so minimally invasive. Like it's so, I don't know. I really like what it does. So again, I feel like you and I like things to a certain very reasonable point, but you can go so far.
Yes, and I think also that's where it becomes a different question.
Yeah.
Because I think that it also falls on, I understand these plastic surgeons want to make money too, but I really hope that they're asking why they want to get like their 4th rhinoplasty, or they want to get.
I'm confused as to what rhinoplasties are. Like, because some results that I've seen, their nose doesn't look any really different.
Right.
So is it for breathing, or is it for like redoing your nose?
You can do that for breathing. I think it's called something else. But many people get rhinoplasty, say they need it for breathing, but they're really just trying to redo their nose.
I'm like so confused by it, because I've seen so many results where I'm like, it doesn't even look like you got anything done.
But to the person, it does.
Wow.
And then they get another one because they want something different.
Well,
or they need.
Have I told you? So my sister lives in LA, and my sister has basically my grandmother's nose, like the most beautiful nose ever. Like everybody's like, Lexi, you have the best nose. People in Los Angeles, strangers, walk up to my sister and are like, who did your nose? Your nose is fat. And my sister's like, this was the nose I was born with.
Wow.
And they're like, oh my gosh, can I take a picture and show it to my like, we want your nose. It's so creepy.
Wow.
Isn't
I
that
like
weird?
your nose too.
Oh, thank you. Our noses are a little bit different though. Hers is like really nice. It looks a lot like
I need
my
to look at her nose.
grandmother's. Yeah. Nana had a really beautiful, just like perfect nose. And I feel like my sister got a nose like that.
Yeah.
And people are literally asking her where they can go to get my sister's nose. And Lexi's like, my mom and dad, they gave it to me. Like, isn't that wild?
Well,
that's so wild. But anyway, do what makes you happy. There needs to be a good reason for it. I certainly, though, would support, like, if you were not happy with your nose, just go to a reputable doctor, make sure you save the money.
Whatever
and
makes you
get
feel
it done.
good.
And if that's what makes you happy, we are all for feeling our best.
Yes, we're all for it.
And go Sofia Vergara for being 51 and looking 21.
Yes, good for her.
We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm fired up about this topic. I really am passionate about it. But I want to say first and foremost, I am a huge Northwest fan, okay? I'm a huge Kardashian fan, and I cannot wait for the day that probably like your daughter, Liana, my future kids are gonna be like, Mommy, can we go to the Northwest concert? Because I really think that eventually she's gonna make it as some sort of star. She has the personality. I don't know if the talent is there just yet, but I think it's within her if her parents hone in on that, okay? So here's the deal here. She's 10, and obviously she's the daughter of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Well, she made this really big acting debut as young Simba during the Lion King's 30th anniversary concert on Friday. Take a look. Okay, this isn't like a school play or anything. This is a really, really, really big Broadway type of deal here, which a lot of actors auditioned for. So after belting out all these lyrics, and this was just a snippet, you can find the rest of it on TikTok, the venue, you know, really thought she did a nice job. They gave her a standing ovation, and then people online have not been so kind. They criticized her singing ability, saying the only reason she got to perform at the Hollywood Bowl is because she's a, quote, Nepo baby.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have watched this performance extensively, and while I will not comment on vocal abilities because I am not a trained singer at all, I can comment on the dance and performance aspect of it, and I did notice she was a little shaky, didn't seem super sure of herself. And when you get out in front of all these people in this audience, like, you want to be so sure, you want to hit your marks, you want to be sharp, you want to know where you're going, you want to know what you're doing. But I mean, obviously, you know, she's 10. But I'm from the trained competition dance world, so I watch 10-year-olds doing like leaps, jumps, and hitting their marks perfectly, and like just like a stage presence like, you know, a 18-year-old would have on stage. So to me, that element of the performance was a little shaky. I'm not here to criticize a 10-year-old though, but this is just a conversation that everybody's talking about on social media, and she's getting blasted for it. So I'm like, we have to bring this up.
But I think the interesting point is how you were turning to the parents, how they should kind of know what their daughter can and cannot do, or what they want to do. Like, say North is like, I want to be this, I want to do this. Okay, well, here are
The tools.
lessons and the tools that I'll provide you.
Well,
for you to
that's
work
exactly,
hard.
I was ranting on about this in the break. So what I said was, I look at Kim and Kanye because they have all the money in the world and all the resources at their fingertips. And Kim, remember, she went viral for being like, get your ASS up and work. You know, you have to get up and work and grind. Well, guess what? If you want to be in a performance like that, you have to get up and you have to work hard. I mean, we spent hours and hours in dance competition rehearsals to like nail that performance. And I went to a really good studio, and you know, we were national champions, but it took time and effort and lessons and practice. Like same with golf. I didn't just like go out and win a college golf tournament. Like I spent hours and hours and hours practicing.
Right.
So you would think that these two people who are very successful in their own careers would know, like, okay, we need private lessons for her. She needs to be getting up and rehearsing this a bajillion times. We need the best vocal coach. You need to hit your marks and kind of just be like, if you want it, North, you are 10 years old, but you're going to have to really work for it. And I don't know if how much work went into that. I mean, she obviously had to practice some, but it didn't look like an Academy Award-winning performance.
Right. And you just kind of feel bad for the kids that were working really hard and wanted to get that position.
This was a coveted role, like other kids auditioned for it.
I know. And I was bringing up Blue Ivy with Beyonce because Beyonce had said how Blue Ivy was going to only perform at one show, but then she decided she wanted to work very hard, and she did other shows, and she got better and better and better. This also helped with her, I guess, being shy as well. So this is really, it can be an opportunity if you're working hard, but if things are just given to you, you don't have to be a celebrity. You just be in general. That at the time might be the easiest thing to do, but later on that really is going to hurt you.
And you know, I think obviously like Blue Ivy was given the opportunity to perform. Her mom happens to be Beyonce, so she got to perform with Beyonce, which is crazy. But there were comments on the internet about her performance at first. They were like, okay, she's not doing a good job. She's like not as sharp. And then as time went on, she got better and better. So I think that with the right training and practice and coaches, North has star qualities. Like when I feel like I'm good at reading energy and auras. Like I see potential star power in her for sure. She's so outgoing. She's funny. She's not afraid to get up there and do that. And she obviously has an interest in it, or I don't think she'd be there. I think she'd be like, Mom, I'm not doing that, you know? So I think that if it's honed in the right way, just like with Blue Ivy, like sky's the limit. But it's not up. I mean, the 10-year-old has to want to do it, but the 10-year-old can't pay for the lessons. They can't drive themselves to the lessons. They can't, you know, it takes the parent. You're taking your son to baseball. I was going to say classes, lessons, just like my parents got me to dance or golf lessons. Like Ryan can't take himself. So it falls on the parent.
Yes, I definitely think so.
I know. So poor North. We love her though.
I think I love all children, right?
Same. I know. No, I'm
but
a legit
I think
North
with
fan.
North, yes, I wouldn't say I'm a North fan, but I think that like elementary school dropout or whatever. I just don't.
I'm your bestie.
That song
Miss Westie
was good. It's just underneath the umbrella of that. Was it an album or is it a? Anyway, it just doesn't bring out the best message in my eyes only. So anyway,
I could see that. I could see that. But I do think, I think that vocal training will only help her in the female rap game if that's the direction
if that's what she wants to do. Yes.
I think that they need to hone in on those vocal lessons, and then I mean dance goes right along with it.
Right.
And hitting your mark on stage. So hopefully they're not blinded by how cute their kid is.
Yes.
And she has so much potential, and I really hope that they give her the opportunity to get properly trained. We'll be right back.
All right, folks. Do you have two personalities, one in real life and then one on social media? Well, a survey of 2,000 Americans found those in Gen Z say their online personality differs greatly from how they present themselves in real life.
But they are not the only ones that are saying this. 38% of millennials claim that they feel the same way. A fifth of the respondents say that they hide their online persona from their family members. Okay, oh my gosh. People think that Rashi and I are like super different. they don't know what to expect when they meet us. They think that like we're one way on social media and like going to be the complete opposite in person, but like we're the same. Like we're pretty.
Same. Yes.
Like what you see is what you get.
That's how we are.
Like, which I don't think we come off any type of way on social media. I think we're very like.
But yes, I mean, there's always these like sexier pictures that I've posted, like if I'm really feeling my outfit or something. But in real life, I'm like not even about that.
Yeah, I guess
I guess a little. That's where it would differ. But I'm more of like just the funnier, real post.
I think on TikTok you get a better sense of the real Caroline.
Yes.
I'm not aesthetic at all on TikTok. It's like my makeup is just everywhere. We're rushing to get on set. That's like really the real me. Instagram has to be like a little bit more curated, better lighting and all that stuff.
And but we are who you see right now.
Yeah.
This is exactly who we are. On TV, for the news, I'm not authentically myself, and I admit that, and I even told our general manager that, because we can't be. I mean, I can't comment on what's going on overseas or how I feel about a mother, beating her 5-year-old. Obviously, we can't do that. We have to, but there's no way. There's no fault in that. We just say what the facts are.
I know. Sometimes I wish I could just let out a big "what the HELL."
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Me
because
too.
It's like, what did we just report? There were some stories yesterday, and people were messaging me just that because I had shared it on my social media. Like, what? Like, this is really happening? I'm like, yeah. And imagine having to anchor the newscast after those sound bites roar, those stories roar, and be like, thanks for that report, and me really wanting to be like, what?
Right. Exactly.
Like, oh my gosh.
And it is a little harder. I'm just going to put it out there, friends. When we're having to, even when we comment on something, because we're always on, we are live and we have
time constraints.
We have time constraints, and we also have commercials that we have to get to.
Yeah.
It's like.
But I mean, with like our moments that where we are ourselves, like you can, you can tell. Like there are points when we are like belly laughing, commenting on a story, or there's points where we're just like absolutely holding back tears because like the story is so horrible, specifically ones about kids. I feel like really, I mean, that just makes us want to like cry and not anchor the rest of the newscast because sometimes these stories are so horrible.
So awful.
The fun ones, when we do get to like talk and banter, that's definitely us.
Yes.
Like,
we're adding more of that now in our 5 and 6 o'clock show, which is great.
I love your banters. In your 9 o'clock show,
Okay, so what happens is Will, who's our sports director.
You knew what I was talking about without me even saying it.
Yes, Will, our sports director. I don't know a lick about sports. And it's not that I don't want to know. It's just I'm learning more now because my son's in baseball, but I'm more of those bandwagon, like, let's go Texans, let's go whatever.
Yeah.
But he gets into the nitty-gritty of everything. And my husband, being a former sports anchor reporter, he would tell me, like, if you don't know anything, just don't like act like you do. Like, oh, how about, the quarterback doing this or that? Because you can totally tell on air when you're not being authentic.
That's why I would choose my way is like, I'll be like, so isn't it like really good that happened? Like I'll ask a question if I feel like it. But honestly, half the time whenever sports is going on, we're literally looking ahead at the show.
Yes.
And dealing with other things that are happening behind the scenes. So like sometimes we're not paying attention.
Right. And then will just be Will and ask me a question about
But also he said we could do this show at the dumpster.
He did say we could do the show at the dumpster.
And also
he has his show.
He said something else to you last night that I can't remember, but
oh really? Mm-hmm. You know what's great is he says stuff and then other people will be like, hey, was that okay? Are you okay? Or, something along those lines.
Ronnie, our web manager, love him. Well, he's like part of our web department. Like we don't really have a manager. They're just all amazing.
Yeah.
He literally was like, can I clip this sports banter? Because he literally said we should do the show at the dumpster.
We need to do the show at the dumpster.
And me and Rashi, you were probably like, yeah, it's fine, but
yes, no, I didn't even think anything of it. He was complaining about, I don't know, something. He's always complaining about something. So anyway, it was just really funny.
Yeah, like people are literally like, is this offensive?
Is this like, is it? Do we really want
like
because the show's doing really well, so the station really does value our show, not that they don't value other shows. Anyway, I'm rambling now.
No, but it's just it was funny because it's like, that's Will.
That is Will.
He can do his sports cast at the dumpster.
Yeah, when the podcast room is finished, which it should be finished soon, he won't be used. This is how it started, guys. Because
I wish we had the clip to just show it. I was not involved. I was at my desk, and the whole newsroom was like, "What did he just say?"
Yeah, well, our 9 p.m. producer was trying to instigate and just was like, "Hey, just want to let you guys know, Will is using your set," and then he walked away, and I'm like, "What?"
Well, yeah, I know. Then he's like, "Don't go in there, Caroline." Don't.
Yes.
And I was like, "Fine."
I know. So anyway,
that's what happened.
That's what happened, friends.
We have a great crew here, and it's all in good fun.
Yep, it sure is.
I actually posted on my go to my TikTok, and a couple videos ago, I posted the whole chair whenever Will and his guests were using our set.
Oh, you did.
So you can watch it on my TikTok at Caroline on TV. Oh, they used them again today. Says
what?
OMG! I thought these chairs felt a little like broken or something. I'm just kidding.
They smell.
Yeah, they smell like sports. Is this
Yeah.
a locker room?
What?
Ew.
Gross.
They have studs in them. This is not very sporty. They need their own chairs. They should get stools, like bar stools, like what you watch sports
that's
at a bar
or
on.
like start from the bottom like we did.
Yeah, I know. Everybody just be jumping on our little bandwagon.
Yes, our set.
I know. All right, enough complaining.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. We love you, friends, and
Thank you.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, we'll see you next time.
friends.
Bye, friends.